Hey, welcome one and all to the DFL podcast. We are here for week 8 of the NFL season. You are here with Ron the Boat and Arch. How are you, mate?
I'm doing well. Just good to see your face again, and we don't work with each other anymore, so
That's right.
it's look, I savour these moments these days.
Oh, yes, you're too kind, Arch. I wish I could say the same. Everybody, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We have a Patreon as well at the TFL Podcast and the TFLpodcast.com. Check us out at all of those fun places.
Yes.
We'd love you to give us a 5-star review because you love the show so much. And, of course, hit the thumb on YouTube if you're watching and subscribe. Jump in the comments as well. Guys, we are just branching out to all these different little spaces, and we'd love to engage with you in all of those different ways that we can.
Real innovators, really.
100%. That's right. We're not copying what everyone else is doing at all. But Arch, we also have a Discord channel. How's that going?
Oh, look, I love it. I really do. Mind you, I'm starting to get a little bit emotional come the last 2 minutes of the last couple showdown slates. Hasn't been to. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But no, it's love it. Just
That's it.
love the community that we've sort of got growing here. It's great.
Yeah, jump on board, guys. Seriously, Discord's where it's at. And the way you get involved is by jumping onto our Patreon, which is only $2 a month, like Australian. That's nothing. Come on, everyone. Just jump on board. So get on it.
You've probably got some sort of subscription to some game you played 7 years ago on your phone that's still taking that money out. Look, so just go through your bank account and realise, I'll need to get rid of that subscription. Oh, why not just throw it? TFL boys, they could do with that. So get on it.
Get on it, indeed.
It's also the same cost as a mini entry, which I like to think that we can help you get return on that investment.
I 100% think that we can help you get a return on that investment. But let's just talk briefly. Week 7 wasn't kind.
No.
I'll have to be honest. it wasn't kind to, I think, either of us, Arch. It just didn't quite go the same way it's been going for me. It's probably one of the first down, like proper down week I've had in a little while. So I can recover. That's fine. Arch, how did you find this,
playing
this
a
week
win
of showdowns and the main slate?
Yeah, well, like I said, we're playing a win. We're not playing a min cash, and so you've had a pretty purple patch, and you expect to have the losses.
100%.
Main slate wasn't the greatest for me, but I think where I've started to hit some strides is my process with the showdowns. Tell you what, I was sitting in first for both Sunday night and Monday night. For I think was the Sunday night game?
The San Fran versus Indianapolis, the big slosh fest that was.
Yeah, so I was sitting first until that Pittman touchdown that iced the game there, and so that just I think I went from first to like 60 odd. I was just like,
it sucks.
Like I went from winning, significant money to losing, And then Monday night it was 2 sacks to Geno Smith, and I went from first to 10th, and at least I was came out in the black in that night. But it's a cruel mistress, old DFS Rowan,
It's
and
such a fine line, isn't it?
but at least I feel like I've got some confidence. Look, the main slate though Waller killed me, and I guess I was looking for pivot options for some stacks that were less popular, and so I was leaning into a lot of car stacks. And look, Sunday night going to bed, the word was he was a game time decision. I probably wish if I had my time again, I wish I maybe got out of my car stacks and built somewhere else. But I let them in there and thinking, oh look, at the very least I can late swap, and with draft stars you have to do a full. You can't late slop. You can't late swap individual lineups, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And so all of my car turned into Hawkinson, and that just didn't go well. So
no, I mean I threw all my Wallers to Goddard's because I thought I'd keep it in the same game.
Yeah.
And it didn't hurt me as much. But Foster Moreau was where it was at. I mean,
Yeah, that's where I should have gone, but I guess you're thinking, but I have too much salary if I.
yeah, I know, but it's just
It's the
yeah,
same.
late swap on Draft Stars is it's a bit cruel. Doesn't
Yeah.
have
Oh no, where have you gone, Rowan? No, not again. All right. Well, basically, we didn't go great in the main slate. Let's shall we get straight in? I'm going to probably just edit this out for the pod, guys. So for those live, I apologise for the lack of quality. I guess we could call it. So we might just wait a little bit. Yes. Yeah, no. I'll tell you what, something's gotten in the system. Where is he? Good old live. I think, what are we? This is a record 6 minutes in. I'm going to find out what happened. Now he's just completely left the screen. Oh, no! His house is blacked out. No! I wonder if he can get on the phone. Well, what great. Look, is that Andrew? You're still with us. Anyway, I'm going to get on the phone on Restream. All right. Well, if we're not going to be able to go, I'm going to just whip through some stuff then. So, shall we go for some weekly matchup previews? Can't even get my sound drops right. Let's try that again. All right, time for some. Oh, no, he's back. Oh, yes, the saviour. What is this? What are you doing? I can't hear you, mate.
goodness gracious me.
Oh, no, you hear you back. So are you... You've blacked out. Are you hotspotting on the laptop, are you? Or what's going on?
So my house had a... No, well, okay. That's...
Yeah, I'm hearing you, mate. You keep talking.
I'm hotspotting my phone. My phone... Oh, look, you're frozen for me. This is a shambles. That's what this is. Goodness me. Am I back in? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, mate. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, can you hear me, mate? This is something else.
Yes.
This is something else.
What?
All right, so this is Adelaide
Andrew
weather
Camp
for you.
here. Are you still? Whoever's
I can
watching, who can you hear?
Your video's just all. Mine's probably shoddy for you too. All right, so this is my phone's flashlight.
Look, Ron, this is
wireless.
This is what we're going to do. Look, this is going to be a rubbish stream on Twitter.
I'd love to know.
At least on YouTube, I can.
This is
you
fun.
can't hear me, so I'm just talking over you now. Hey, mate, can you hear me?
Yeah. No, I can hear you.
Okay. Look.
Yes, I can, but we are seriously delayed. I can hear you.
Yes, so delayed. Wow, this is something.
This is good stuff.
We can call it quits if we want, and we can just take another stab at it a bit later once you've got some power. We haven't done anything. We just talked shit.
We might have to. I mean, we could go through my picks and talk about all that jazz. But look, it's
going to be painful to watch and try to talk to you.
Very much so. I mean, unless the reality is that nothing's charging now.
Yeah. You're
so
going to
how about we call it?
We call it, and if we can
will...
get another pod out later tonight, maybe within an hour, we'll do it. Otherwise, we'll try to do it tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think that might have to be the case. Maybe you and Andrew Campy can have a little chat amongst yourselves. Goodness
That's right.
gracious me. Man, I was really pumped for the show.
I know. We've got
right.
got a little bit of a new format. All right, so you're going to go and just give me some updates, and I'll probably leave soon as well.
Yeah, I think that's it. I just need to conserve power, especially for my phone right now.
Yeah.
So, sorry, everybody.
See you later. All right, Andrew.
Yeah, I'll get you.
I'm going to answer his question as best as I can, anyway, and then I'll bail. How do I guess a beginner's guide is such a broad thing. I guess Draft Stars is our only option now that DraftKings have buggered off soon. So I guess because I've got power, maybe what I'll do. I guess this is going to live on Twitter somewhere. So this is going to be a real interesting type situation. All right, let's have a look at it. All right, here we are. So here's Draft Stars. So I guess beginner's guide. I guess the main DFS that we play is the Monday main slate, which is the morning. They're all morning games to us. The 1 o'clock Eastern time slate, and then the 4:30ish time, but it doesn't include the Sunday night game. And so generally, where me and Rowans sort of play around us, we're not mega. Millionaires. We sort of sit in the $2 and 50-cent games. Just we really like the contests, and the competition. So I think until we build up a nice little bankroll, we'll probably stick in within our means, mainly because I want to stay married. So micro is a good little place to sort of cut your teeth. 50 cents an entry, and so you can enter 100 lineups into this contest, which means that a lot of different types of lineups are getting entered, which means probably it's fairly high score. So your goal is to fill a lineup that is unique as well as high scoring, because you'll hear the term chalk a lot. A lot of players that are popular get played a lot, and if they do well and you've got them, well, you're not going to really win the comp. You'll just sort of do okay. But if they fail and you've got other pieces that aren't chalky, that's a chance for you to, I guess, have some leverage on the field. And so, it's a bit of a mind game of what do you think the public's going to do, and you try to pivot off that if you feel like you've got some good plays that aren't popular. And so, for instance, this week, probably the popular games, if we go to quarterbacks, the games, I guess, with the high over-unders are the games you're sort of looking at. So like Miami-Buffalo, that is a fairly high over-under, but it's mainly sitting all on the Buffalo side. And so everyone's going to play Josh Allen. And so for me, as a tournament player, I'll probably look to maybe build teams with another quarterback, because if Josh Allen fails and I've got a quarterback that does better than him, then all of a sudden I've got a leg up on the team. And so, it's a bit of a, I guess, how do we, I guess, beat other people? It's not so much always about just picking who you think's going to score the most. It's about, I guess, building stories in your mind. What could happen, and what's an alternative to that might give me a leg up on the comp. So, so I would suggest maybe, having a go at the 50-cent games. These are known as tournament or GPPs, guaranteed prize pools, where I think, for this one, it's something like, first is $92, which, nice little return from your 50 cents. But for a tournament of 2,000 odd people, it's only the top 500 that will get a return. So you still have to be pretty good to get there. You'll hear the term cash games. Cash games are probably a lot bigger in the DraftKings crowd. In Draft Stars, we just don't have enough options, really. If we go back to the lobby, I guess an example of a cash game would be, let's go. Rowan just sent me a text. SA Power Networks. No power till 2 a.m. So I don't think the pod's actually going to happen tonight. So, yeah, good stuff. What a night. So let's have a look. So I guess a cash game for Draft Stars would be something like a double up, where there's 55 entries and almost half cash, and they double their money. And so that's all you need to be is in the top half, and that's, I guess, easier to do theoretically. So you try to you're more selecting teams that have more guaranteed production, whereas for the tournaments you're looking for the big high ceiling plays, like, you know, so like you might throw in Christian Kirk in a tournament because he might do well, but you probably wouldn't put him in your cash game or double up because, you know, the guarantee of production's not there. The 6-man contests as well, they're I guess they're almost an in between where the top 2 get paid out. And it's, you know, if you win a 6-man contest, so you against 5 other blokes or girls, you get a better payout than double. So that's good. And again, I would start at just the $2 ones, really. Or, I mean, you can play for fun as well, really. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm a bit rambly, to be honest, as I've got a few things going on in my head. But if you've got any other questions, throw them out there. Otherwise, I'll probably head off. Oh, thank you very much. But yeah, look, and one of the good things as well when you're with Draft Stars, especially if you've got a good mate going along with you, like so me, Rowan, and another bloke we work with, we can add each other as friends, and then you not only are you looking at the leaderboard for how you're going, you're looking at your mates going, and it's really exciting when you see someone you know do really well. But yeah, no, it's good fun. Like, to me, I'm very hesitant. Like, I'm not much of a gambler, but this sort of I guess it's the competition for me and the mind games that I'm not looking to make, you know, squillions of dollars here. I don't want to throw money down the sink. I just want to play within my means and have some fun. But yeah. Have a crack, see if you enjoy it. You might hate it, and like I said, like having a group chat of people doing the same sort of thing helps sort of refine your thinking, and that was the idea of creating our Discord channel. We've got a handful of people in there where we sort of shoot the breeze on what we're thinking for the week, and generally, you know, I mean, last week me just not, you know, firing out unpleasantries because I lost in the final minutes of the last showdown. But yeah, no, it's good fun. But I mean, tomorrow's game, actually, while there's a few people here, let's look at it, because the showdown, I really like the showdowns because you can it's really focusing your thinking on what you want to do. So, for instance, they don't have the 50-cent games though for showdowns. There's a $2 mini. But the thing with this, it's a 15 entry max, which sort of you can't just throw every possible, I guess, combination of players there. So with a showdown, there's 6 players that you can choose, and it doesn't matter what position. So you just choose who do you think are the 6 best fantasy performers. And so one thing me and Rowan are going to do on the pod is we're going to have a little bit of a head-to-head game on tomorrow on Thursday Night Football. And so when I look at a showdown, for each lineup, I try to tell a bit of a story, how I think the game's going to play out. And so, and Vegas lines and Vegas totals, I guess, help, I guess, dictate or I guess narrow some thinking there. So, you know, Arizona are the favourites. I think they're 6.5-point favourites. There seems to be a lot of points on the table. And I guess the key with tomorrow's game is that Kyler spreading the ball out, and so you trying to pick the right receivers is going to be hard work. And so I'd be looking at, I'll probably have quite a few Arizona focused lineups where I sort of rotate the pass catchers in. So, for instance, I could look at, if I added Kyler, I doubt I'll have a lineup without Kyler, to be honest. And, do you go Nuke? You probably in there. I think Chase Edmonds is a play. James Conner as well. He's got that tendency to get into the end zone. I think with Devontae Adams out, a lot of people are going to go to Cobb, I think, as an option, and Tonyan. And so remember, that's the idea. If the whole crowd is going to hit those players, if they fail and I've picked someone else, that gives me leverage. And so I'm going to be pretty light on Cobb and Tonyan, especially together. I might have a few, one-on-one. Whereas if I nail the Arizona pass catchers, I feel like I could do all right. So, for instance, AJ Green, he's again, you can see. I mean, you see there his game log. He has big games. Then goes in high. It's just the way the offense is just too good. There's too many options. Same with Nuke. He's up and down, but you're gonna have to pay for him, I think. So the way I think I built the lineup again that I'm going to put against Rowan is that I think Kirk is a chance to catch one of those deep touchdowns, and so I think at his salary, I think I can get a good return out of that. I think Connor is a good play at running back, mainly because he's getting that goal line work. If I then maybe just switch my focus to the Green Bay side, I think Aaron Jones it's hard to ignore. When Devontae Adams isn't playing, Aaron Jones has historically feasted. And so, I can't see myself not playing him. It's going to be hard to fit in both Kyler and Rodgers in a lineup. I mean, with those salaries for Schoen, and that's quite high, so I probably would avoid both of them. I'll probably have a couple and then just litter with some cheap options. But otherwise, I'll probably be looking at maybe throwing in a Zach Ertz. I think he's someone who showed some promise out of his first showing with the Cardinals. Another week in the system should do well. And so if I look at what I've got left, I like 4-2 splits a lot of the time. 5 on one side, unless you think it's going to be an absolute blow. I don't think this is. I think Rodgers can keep and Adams will keep them in it. And so I think Tonyan is someone who can catch a touchdown, and at 8,500, that's a pretty good. So that's probably, I guess, a process. Like if I look at that lineup, that's a lineup where I think, all right, Arizona's probably going to control the game. They're going to be ahead. Aaron Jones is just going to get volume, so he's going to be a good play, and Tonyan could catch a touchdown. And so I think that's the type of lineup that I think could do well. And then maybe I'll do a similar lineup where instead of Kirk, it might be AJ Green. Maybe instead of Connor, I'll try to fit in Edmonds, although that has a salary implication to that. And Ertz, so that those Arizona pieces I'll be looking to sort of move around. But anyway, this isn't the pod that we hoped we'd have with Rowan's power going out. So good luck with the Thursday night football tomorrow if you're playing. We hope to get a main slate preview out before Monday. Hopefully tomorrow night. We'll see. But thank you very much for tuning in, listening to me ramble about some Thursday night football, and catch you later.